Okay, we gotta talk about this DNA stuff. Yeah. I mean, I rewatched the scene, and on the one hand, yeah, I still think Zach was pretty clever there, where he told Fatima like, "Hey, the reason I didn't pick up the paper was because I knew that the paper wouldn't say I'm the father because she doesn't have my DNA." But at the same time, I'm just sitting here like Fatima, but how do you know that's still not your child? And I don't know. And it's just one of those things where it was a moment of clever writing, but when you really think about it, it's like, well, I mean, yeah, he called Karen's bluff, but then that still doesn't explain the whole situation of him not opening the paper. Because imagine if he did. I mean, hell, what if Fatima bent over and bent down to try to get the paper? Like, what would have happened then? Like, if they were both screaming at Zach to open the paper, like, open it, Zach, open it, and then he opened it and it's blank. But some people have pointed out, like, I feel like it was Zach's way of showing, he's ignoring that situation where he's not letting it get to him. And I did like the contrast of look how Zach acted in Karen's apartment versus how he acted at the salon. At the salon, it was all Karen. Fatima didn't even exist. But when they got to the apartment scene, Zach ain't give a damn about Karen at all. He was only concerned about getting Fatima and getting up out of there. I mean, like, the more that Karen went off and went screaming and whatnot, notice how Zach barely made eye contact with Karen. It was all on Fatima. And then Aaron when he tried to get involved. But that was an interesting point of reference that somebody made online. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even catch that. Just the fact that you could tell Karen was just throwing everything she had to get Zach to even pay attention to her. Because it was just like at the coffee shop where at first it was reminiscing about the good times. Then it was about, oh, do you love her like you love me? Then it's like, oh, wow, so you're just going to act like me and this baby don't exist. And then she tried to use sex as a way to get his attention. But Zach was like, no. Same thing at the apartment where, Karen was just pulling out all the stops, from, oh, here's this paper. Look at the paper. Look at this paper. You afraid of the paper? Oh, why don't you tell her about what happened at the coffee shop? What about how hard you were? What about the sex in the bathroom? And then when that didn't work, she just started lashing out. You're a coward, Zach. You always were a coward. Got it? And it's like, wow, this little chihuahua just, wow, Zach really knows how to read her. And I guess it's a result of the therapy, the fact that he's more chill now compared to, like how he was at the letter reading ceremony or dinner where she read those letters just trashing him. So I really do feel like when it comes to the DNA, I mean, the process usually is a result of medical professionals gently swabbing each participant's mouth. So, it would be Aaron, Zach, and Karen, and then the DNA samples would be used, and that could tell who the baby's father is. But I did some research, and apparently these DNA tests, a routine test, could take about 3 to 5 business days. But, in some cases, if you know somebody with an advanced lab or something that can like speed run the results, it could take a day or two. But again, this is Tyler Perry land, so we'll never know. But I still stand by what I say, that if I were in Zach's situation, I would just, I don't know, I would just want to get it over with. Because you're not going to raise hell in my life every single day when we could just find out right now. Like, hey, if it turns out I am the father, then we'll have to deal with it. But you sure as hell is, you're sure as hell not going to make my life hell every single day, or my fiance's. But yeah, I just feel like, again, it was a clever line, but it doesn't really explain why Zach is dragging his feet with this. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.